Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Loose Bottles. In this week's episodes, I will be joined by my foodie friends where we will go around different restaurants and try delicious food. We are here today in La Bodega, a Venezuelan restaurant based in the east end of Glasgow. More of the details will be put in the video, but definitely try out. Today, we got my really good friend, Gary Hall. Hi Gary, welcome to the show.
How's it going?
So tell us about yourself, what you do.
I'm Gary. I work in tech marketing for once little but now big tech company, and that comes with its fun bits and its challenges.
Excellent.
And to escape all the stress of that, I cook like a maniac. So
Brilliant. So the first thing we're going to do, Gary, we're going to try some delicious empanadas, which is a traditional dish from Venezuela. And we got some little dips here as well. So if you like, are you a spicy food eater?
well, I am Irish.
You like it hot?
So no, I mean I say spicy, but like probably relatively to somebody from Venezuela, it's like that's just pepper.
Well, so let's tuck into this.
Okay.
Let me give you some plates.
These are cute.
So we got different flavors. Which one would you like to start? Are you
What
a
have we got?
chicken,
Got
beef,
Polo, queso.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say beef.
carne?
Carne.
So yeah, let's start with it. So I think we should start with this one.
Yeah.
That is the one with cheese. So I'll let you tuck into it.
What do we do?
Yeah.
Are you good? We're
So
gonna
you just cut in half.
Yeah.
Have you tried Venezuelan food before, by the way?
No,
Never.
You know, I'm really excited because I was in Cork in May,
Right.
and we have this amazing big indoor food market in Cork. And we've got loads of like food trucks and stalls. It's really cool. And there was a Venezuelan food truck, and I was very excited, but the queue was so big, I decided.
Not to wait. The way you do is you got different dips.
Yes.
The avocado one, which is obviously the mildest, and then you get tomato one, which is obviously the spiciest. Chimichurri is like a traditional sauce
Yeah.
from.
I think the chimichurri will be really good with the
yeah,
beef one.
definitely.
So what's your position on dipping? Go
I like-
dipping in, or you like
oh
a
yes, oh
separate...
yes, you go for it.
Yeah, do it
we
anyway.
live in the South American experience, so you really need to dip in.
Okay,
There's
I'm gonna
no
bite
time.
first, and then I'm gonna have it.
And then tell me what you think.
It's really good.
Do you like
What are you
it?
made out of? Like
So
potato?
it's corn. It's corn,
corn.
corn flour. Yeah. So South America is one of the places that uses a lot of corn, so it's quite
Wow.
corn-based most of the food. How do you describe yourself as a cook? Are you an inventive cook?
Yeah.
Are you a practical cook? What kind of cook are you?
I've been cooking for a really long time. When I was a wee boy, my mum wasn't like, she wasn't dying. Don't want everybody getting upset. But my mum, like, you know, she had different sort of problems, and she couldn't always get up and cook. So when I was about 9, I kind of started cooking, and then I just kind of carried that through. I'm 40 now,
Amazing.
and I think kind of cooking for that long, you've got a very good sense. I was like, well, if you cook and you experiment and you try different things, because you have a lot of failures along the way, but you get quite a good sense of like flavor profiles and what goes together, and that gives you, I think, a really good foundation to then start to be inventive yourself and chuck things in. I
Would you-
love finding a recipe though.
Would you say that food is really good for people's mental health?
Yeah, when you make something really amazing, you're like, oh, it's so good. You know what I mean? It's like, it's sort of, I think that's a really
It's the
good way to
process. I think it's the
describe
whole
it.
process
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And how you finding the empanadas? Do you
I
like
love it. Yeah, I'm going to go in for another dip.
Okay, and then we're
Like
gonna
the
move
guy.
to the next one.
Are we going to score them all out at the end? Like,
Yes, you are.
like a
going
sort
to
of
score.
Eurovision situation.
When it comes to cooking, what would you say is the get-to-go dish for you that you like to cook for your friends?
Oh,
The meal that you want to cook for
I'm
your
a
family?
roast. I'm a roast through and through. I love cooking a roast.
Yeah.
But when people say they cook a roast,
Hold on.
I'm gonna go in on them because, like, yes, like you can, like the thing I think that makes a roast is all of the dishes that go around it. Like, I always think you should keep your meat very simple. Just season it. You don't need to do lots of crazy stuff. Put it in the oven. Do it slow and low, and then you can just really dazzle on like beautiful side dishes. You know.
What's
Like-
your favorite side dish? Oh, also, before we go, Yorkshire pudding, yes or no?
Oh yes. Oh, so good. So I'm diabetic,
Okay.
and I try to. I know, but the watchers back home are going to be like, he doesn't avoid carbs, but I do try and monitor.
She tried.
I do try and monitor what I'm doing. So when it comes to roast, I really like loads of like really fresh things around it. So I love like kind of like asparagus-based dishes. I've got a great one at the minute where it's like a roasted cauliflower, but you make kind of like a Caesar type dressing, and maybe you roast chickpeas and spice them, put them on top, so you get this lovely kind of soft cauliflower, the creamy kind of ranch dressing, there cottage cheese, which is very low fat,
Wow.
and then you get the spiced chickpeas on top, so you get this nice texture thing with a lovely big bit of roast meat. If you're a meat eater,
Yes.
you give you a roast tofu.
You can have a nut roast. You can have a nut roast.
You can have a
as
nut
well,
roast.
But how do you find the second one?
That one is next level.
So tell us
That's
tell us what
amazing.
you like about it.
Well, the brisket, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
This one has got so much more flavour in it because that kind of like,
I think there's
Kind
some
of meat.
tomatoes and peppers as well.
yeah, there's tomatoes, peppers, and then the kind of meat that's combined inside. And then putting that chimichurri on top just
Delicious.
kicks her up a notch. Do you know what chimichurri reminds me of? Do you remember that? What was that song by Savage Garden? And they have the line, it's like, ooh, I want you. And when they've got a line, it says like a cheeky cherry cola. But I don't think, in my head, I'm like a cheeky chimichurri.
Cheeky chimichurri. That is the one. That is amazing. So now let's try the last one, which is the one with chicken.
Polo.
Polo, that's
What's
it.
chicken in Italian?
Polo. Which one do you think is the spiciest? Do you think the tomato sauce is actually spicy?
I'm going to go for tomato. I think the tomato and the chicken.
How
Eating
would,
on
you describe,
camera.
how would you describe your food growing up at home? You say obviously your mom couldn't cook, but so what was your inspiration for you to cook when you were growing up? Were you like Irish cuisine or were you,
Kind of, yeah. Obviously a lot of stew happening. I have a favourite dessert now. Actually, I was thinking about it recently. I mean, it's not a very fashionable dessert. So we used to always, when I was younger, we used to like bring out a Viennetta, and it was like, oh my god, the Viennetta is out. I love Viennettas. And then also what we used to do a lot of was like, my mum would like make we were going to call it a trifle, but it wasn't like a trifle like with sponge and everything. It was just like trifle with like strawberry angel delight and then cream on top and loads of hundreds and thousands.
what do you think about Irish food? What's your favorite? What you recommend to people that have never had Irish food? Or something that you're like, wow, you need to try this and will blow your mind.
I mean, so what they call here in Scotland, what they call soda bread is not soda bread. It's like wheaten bread.
Okay.
So like actual soda bread, like soda farls that you would have in a fry up, are completely different. And I think that's something that everybody needs to experience.
Sour bread. With butter or something? Or without
Butter, so much butter that you're sort of embarrassed, like it's wet the plate. You know, you're like, whoa. But it's so good.
So good.
Yeah, have bread that is fried with butter on it.
Healthy.
Ready, ready.
Very healthy.
Also, Champ. Champ's amazing. Champ's so versatile. And do you know what? Champ has a more Irish cousin called Colcannon.
Oh,
And it has cabbage in it as well.
Oh, I didn't know that
yeah,
one.
it's very good. This chicken is much lighter.
Okay. Oh,
It's got loads of flavour, and especially if you put that kind of tomato-y kind of salsa kind of
nice-
dip with it.
it's a nice
It's
pairing.
very fresher and lovely. So this is
Brilliant.
it's for the girls that want a little bit lighter.
we talked about earlier on about like how food is so important for mental health.
Do you know, I think it's like, I'm going to give a weird answer.
Yeah.
I think it's like about like sort of taking control over something. So I think when you're kind of down, normally it's because you feel a bit lost or you feel like a bit helpless in a situation. So if you think about being stressed at work, usually you're stressed because you're overwhelmed by work. And then I think after, if you're lucky enough to be able to sort of switch off, that, and you don't want that to seep into your day, it's really good to take control of that time. And I think something like cooking, having a recipe in place, putting something together, because it's a really rewarding experience, because then you kind of put it all together and you get something delicious at the end of it. And that kind of helps you sort of reset. And I think that's a really nice way to look at kind of food and cooking, because I think people look at it as difficult or a chore or as something they can't do. That doesn't need to be a big thing. That could be just cooking a really nice omelette, and an omelette is so simple.
So if we have to have a verdict between the three of them, which one is the winner from the empanadas?
Oh, for me, it's going to be the beef.
So now, Gary, we are so excited because we're gonna move to the arepas. These are my all-time favorite Colombian, Venezuelan, Latin American dish. We're gonna start with this first one, which is basically, it's called Hawaiian or Hawaiiana. There we go. I'm excited about this one. So this is the vegan one. Oh my God. Ready, steady.
Beautiful. Really good.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's very light.
amazing. Yeah, it's not what I...
The corn flour is
The
really,
texture
really light.
is like insane.
When you cook, what is your ratio of vegetables for your foods? Are you more like a 50-50, when you put 50% is like meat and protein, and then
Like, I do like it to be balanced. I get really upset when it's like not balanced. So kind of like to always have like little elements all together.
Would you say your style of cooking is like wholesome cooking, Michelin style cooking? What style of cooking do you define yourself?
I like to keep it varied. I wouldn't say it's Michelin, because I mean, you know, it'd be
It might
exhausting.
be Michelle, but not Michelin. It's Michelle, but not Michelin.
I like things to be interesting though. I like things to be cute, and I like, you know, so like I like to sort of hop about. Like I like to kind of, one of my favorite things to make, which is really easy, is like a golden kind of ramen thing where you like you can use any kind of broth, a vegetable broth, a chicken broth. You add turmeric into it, so it kind of goes that kind of goldeny color, and then you can add all your sort of other ramen elements. You can add like a soft, well, you know that like boiled egg you do, but it's like soft in the middle.
Okay.
You can do that. You can add your noodles. You can add like kale in there. You know, so it becomes really,
Becomes
really
a main
good.
dish.
Yeah, but it's exciting. It's better than just having like super noodles. Yes, I made a banana korma recently.
Ooh,
And that was
korma.
mind
Wow.
blowing. That was I'm not going to take credit for it. It was a recipe by
Okay.
Nikki Katona.
Okay, perfect.
And yeah, like most people I'd say have made a curry of some description. You've made a chicken korma, but this was like it still was a korma with chicken in it, but you added this banana in, and it just kicked it up to another. No, you kept the banana in whole, like whole chunks of banana,
Wow.
and it was so creamy and rich, and oh, it's so beautiful.
Which you Nigella to you Lawson?
Well, I was going to say Nigella.
And Nigella, oh there you are. That
Because I just think she is mother. Like
she is.
I like because she does like to kind of break rules. I mean, I don't maybe agree with everything. Do you remember a couple of years ago her?
Microwaving.
Oh, the microwave was cute. But do you remember when she talked about like making toast and it was like butter the toast and then put salt on it and then another layer of butter. Also, I love her love of like ingredients, like when she gets her licorice box out or her funny pasta or her chili
We
cover.
love a funny pasta.
Yeah.
No, I think Nigella is very much a very passionate cook,
Yeah.
and I think that's what it makes people like really love her, to be honest,
Yeah.
because it makes you think how amazing the food that is around us. How would you say your friends describe your style of cooking?
So I do like a different flavor combination. I like to try all sorts of different things. I like a bit of dinner theatre as well. So I think they would maybe describe it as exciting or a bit off the wall. Like I've really tried to focus a lot on technique the last couple of years. So because I think I've got quite a good flavor grounding. So I've really tried to teach it. Like I learned how to make over lockdown. I learned how to make baos, like bao buns. It's great. They're
It's so
beautiful.
hard.
No, it was easy.
Really?
It
Oh
was
my
easy. I will
God.
show you how. I'll share
Yes.
you the recipe that I follow. You can't really have baos unless they're fresh because I'm such a little madam now. I'm like, oh, it just tastes a bit rubbish. Gnocchi. I love making gnocchi. I like making weird gnocchi, like gnocchi with things that you shouldn't make gnocchi with, like sweet potato gnocchis and
I love sugar.
turnip gnocchi and things like
Wow.
that. You know, like stuff that you can.
That could be a haggis-inspired Italian blend.
Oh my god! Imagine a
Imagine
bird's
haggis-
night gnocchi.
haggis. What would you say is like your favorite style of food?
Asian.
Asian food.
Asian food. I just love how I love the flavor combinations. I love how yes we can all have our like filthy Chinese takeaway where we just get like our chicken balls and the sweet and sour sauce. Everybody knows that, but it's just there's so much more to it, you know. And I think the things that you see in like Asian cuisine that happen with tofu and veggie, you know,
Yeah, tofu's amazing. I love
stuff that
tofu.
happens with fish is incredible. It's just so varied. It's also a good, you know, it's a good entry level one because it's, you know, like the trend now these days, because everyone's like trying to be healthier, is to do fake takeaways. A lot of Asian cooking, because it only uses about 3 or 4 different big, strong flavor elements to pull something together, and the rest is usually like a veg or a protein. It's a really good one to work with because
Yeah. And I think it's quite helpful. Have you had plantain before?
Yes,
Brilliant.
love it, love her.
There we are.
Plantain.
So that's plantain, and I believe it comes with some mix of different cheese
Okay.
and a nice creamy sauce that is called coriander.
Again, a beautiful shot for everybody at home. This is going to be such a treat.
What
What's
is the
your
kind of
hate?
food that you are like, it's not my vibe, I'm not really into it?
I've got a few,
Okay, well let's start the list.
maybe not dish, but dishes that include these.
Okay.
I have a deep-rooted hatred of rocket
Okay.
or rucola.
Yeah.
I just hate it. I hate the shape of it. I hate the texture of it going down. I hate the flavor of it. I hate that everybody wants to put it in your sandwich. They want to hide it in there. You know, when you buy a sandwich and you're like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's like loads of rocket. So I hate that. I hate rocket so much. And I don't really like uncooked tomato in any form.
All right. So no tomato salad.
It's just a texture thing for me, especially little cherry tomatoes. It's like eating eyes. It's just like eating an eye. So, you know, yeah, exactly.
Must be the texture, yes.
Exactly.
Do you like limoncello?
Love limoncello.
Limoncello is
Who
on
doesn't
top.
like limoncello?
How much alcohol do you use in your cooking? Are you very pro using alcohol when you're cooking or not really?
I mean, if it needs it. So we're not just going to chuck it in.
If it needs it, is it? Wow.
But it does, I mean, yeah, if you're doing like an amazing, like steak and ale
stew.
pie
Yeah.
or like a stew, I think, do you know what's really fun? A really simple, like obviously like cookery, sometimes you need to have like a bit of red wine in there to sort it out, or sometimes white wine if it's a kind of a fish situation or scallop situation is quite fun.
Oh, scallops, yeah.
A really nice one actually in kind of like Asian food is if you really simple as like beef, green peppers, maybe some sort of oyster sauce, and just like any kind of bottled beer. You probably could even use a tenant. But you know, any
Nobody
kind
will
of
ever find
bottled
out.
beer will give you, and some soy sauce will give you this incredible, really fast dinner.
What about white wines with risotto? You use white wine?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can't do risotto without the wine.
Right. So we're gonna move to the last one. This is the vegan arepa.
Vegan arepa.
Yeah, so or they call it vegana as well.
Okay.
I really
Go.
don't buy it.
I know, I can see.
Sorry.
I'm like, who
One month. Oh,
who
it's
ate that?
tomato.
Was it a T-Rex? No, no, I'm joking. It's a very small
It's a
bite.
banana.
It's a very cute little bite. I know, mine are much more like... Okay, right, we're making a mess. Go for it.
Ready?
Not like a bigger bite, it's more like a T-Rex. It's very good.
Yeah, do you like it? So of the three ones, which one would you say is your favorite one? Which one get the thumbs up and which one gets the not so?
The one with the plantain, what was it called again?
So Sifrina arepa is got like pulled chicken with a creamy sauce, Venezuelan cheese and plantain. When it comes to dinner parties, what's your process of getting to a dinner party? You go finding the food first before you decide what you're gonna cook, or you just literally cook for whatever you got at home?
No, I will. Usually it comes from something I find, like a funny recipe, and I'm like, I think I'd like to try this. I think it'd be fun in a group. I haven't had a sort of dinner party for a while. I had like a Christmas, like just before Christmas, I had like some friends over, and they are like, I think it was like 3 veggies. There was 8 of us all together, but there was like 3 veggies, there was a vegan, and then so that was kind of a challenge. But one of the recipes I got, it's a Nigella recipe.
Good. We like good old Nigella.
A crazy Nigella recipe. It was a chocolate pasta with a
Ooh.
butterscotch pecan sauce. So I just thought because it was winter, I thought it'd be a really fun wintry dish as a dessert.
Okay.
But
I was
also,
gonna say,
it's a total mind kind of game because obviously you have a bowl of hot pasta and it's served with a sauce like pasta, but the pasta's made of chocolate, the dough's chocolate,
Yeah.
so it's chocolate flavor, and then you have this kind of sauce, but it's like it's got a savory texture, but a sweet thing. It was a really fun thing
I like
to do.
that. I like that. I like to
Yeah.
experiment with different things. So sadly, we are coming to the end of our delicious menu journey of Venezuelan food. So how are you finding it so far?
It's been incredible.
Amazing.
I know, I'm going to Venezuela.
You
No,
went to-
take me
Yes,
to Venezuela now.
And now, before we move to our last dish that we're gonna try, which is the famous churros, how are you with eating with your hands? Are you one of those people that can eat ribs and churros and things with your hands?
It's unusual for me because normally I'm more like up, just face in.
All right,
So,
all right.
yeah.
Not even fork and knife.
Yeah,
She
it's
just
first. This is gonna be a first.
80 bars. All right, well,
Exclusive on the
let's get
podcast.
into it. Try some Venezuelan churros and let me know what you
Okay.
think.
So, oh,
Oh,
they're crunchy. They're hot.
Like
Girls
me,
are
oh,
fresh,
thank you.
crunchy and hot.
And then we got this lovely sauce, which
Yeah.
is a South American sauce called dulce de leche. So no Nutella, no Nutella in these churros today.
It's a really
Yeah,
good churro.
crunchy.
Yeah. I mean, anything fried, first of all, you're on to a winner. But cover it in sugar and then have a sort of
How would you
dipping
describe the
sauce.
churros? Doing an Angela style. Chunky.
Phallic pillows of crunchy, cinnamon, sugar-covered goodness. And we're dipping it in a
Oh.
thick, unctuous
Dulce de leche.
dulce de leche.
And dip it in your mouth. There you are.
Muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien. Muy bueno, muy bueno.
Muy bueno.
So let's think about a restaurant that you've been in the last year. That you were like, oh my gosh, that restaurant is still in my mind. I'm thinking about the food, I'm thinking about the ambience.
I'm going to give you one new one. Well, newish. It's been a couple of months now. One newish one that I go to all the time, and one I just tried for the first time the other
Okay.
night. So first off, I would say Margot and Seb's in Glasgow on Miller Street. It's beautiful inside. It's small plates, but they're really different, and they've got an incredible wine list. In the basement, they've got this beautiful kind of more bar style called Seb's, and it's got a beautiful vaulted ceiling, all bricks.
Oh.
It's really fun. It's really good for like a fancy date, I'd say.
Fancy days. Okay, and now tell us about the one that you always go.
So it's a local. I live in the south side of Glasgow, and it's called Oro. And it is
Ooh.
some of the best pizza ever.
Oh, right.
It's been
It's
there.
Italian, it's
Yeah, it's Italian. It's pretty amazing, the decor inside, pretty ostentatious
I
and
love that.
fun.
I love that.
They do great cocktails. The service is always wonderful. And the pizza is so good. It's called Oro because they've got a beautiful
Gold.
full gold oven,
Yes.
pizza oven, and the pizza's always incredible.
Amazing.
And it's a family business, and it's been there for about 20 years, and it's never misses a
So
beat.
you would say that that's a good place for like friends, family, lovers.
Everything, yeah,
Everything.
it's for everything. Special occasions, simple dinners, the lot. So good.
Now that we have tasted all the food, what do you think about the churros? Do you like them?
I love them.
Yeah, from
Love
1
them.
to 10.
10.
10. Oh,
10.
tens across the
Tens
board.
across the board.
That's what we
Come
like.
through, churros.
Right. So now we see you try Venezuelan food, and one of the questions that we're asking everybody in this week's episodes of the Loose Buttons is, if somebody were to ask you, will you do vegetarian or vegan for a week? How would you feel about that?
I would do veggie. I wouldn't do vegan.
Okay.
I just think I would struggle with that. But I'm a big milk drinker.
Yeah.
There we go.
Great.
I did myself as a milk drinker. I think you could do so. I think I'd be fine with being veggie.
Vegetarian.
But you get to like use cheese, you get use parmesan, you know.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a fabulous time. You enjoy some gorgeous food.
Thanks for having
And we
me.
hope to see you soon.
I hope so too. Bye.